Welcome everybody to the East Penn Middle School for Central Penn Knights basketball. We're taking on our division rival, Christendom, and I'm here with Tyler Coleman. We are so excited to have you. We were talking the other day with Brian how excited we were to have you on the broadcast.
Well, thank you very much, Paul. It's always a pleasure being here with you guys and calling Knights basketball, and I'm happy to be back for another season.
So Christendom really quickly got on the scoreboard here, 2-0. Knights on the season, 7-4, Tyler. They've won 7 of their last 9 contests.
Yeah, definitely off to a good start. You're hoping they can keep up that momentum tonight against the division rival and keep carrying that win streak into the next game.
On the other hand, I will say, the Christendom, they are 5-1 on the season. That's also very impressive, only just dropping a very close contest to Mid-Atlantic Christian. So it looks like we're looking for the possession arrow was not out. So quick break there. Certainly players to watch tonight. Obviously we're always going to point Tahniyaah Jackson. But there are also some other major contributors, Tyler. 12 different Knights have logged minutes this season. And Christendom has only had 8.
Yeah, it's not every day you're going to see a team have a 12-player rotation, so whenever you can have as many players on the team participate in the game and contribute. So, but back to your point, Paul, it seems like this should be a pretty even game tonight.
You know, it's very hard to scout because neither team has played a mutual opponent. But again, both teams, regardless of who they're playing or who they have played well. Going inside to Flash. Can't quite come up with that, but she gets the rebound off to Jackson. Nice shot. And that's what Tahniyaah Jackson can do to you. You know, we were talking earlier in the game, the last game we called, Tahniyaah Jackson did not even register on the score sheet. We scored 95 points, and our top scorer scores 0, but she didn't get a whole lot of minutes. They were rotating in 12 different players in that game. Nice little baby hook there where Thomas can't get it to go. Catherine Thomas averaging 29 points on the season, Tyler, number 24. Another good rebound by Green inside. They've got some size down low. That's going to be a tough matchup.
Yeah, they've done a nice job so far here early in the game, pulling down the offensive rebounds, and if that's a category they're able to lead in during the rest of the game, it should give them a good chance to win.
I like getting Perry in here. Perry plays great in the low post. They're going to call it travel. Perry's been a major player here, even though with only she's only averaging this year 6 points a game. She's also contributing in other ways, including 6.5 rebounds a game, Tyler.
Yeah, 6.5 rebounds, that's a lot.
Bub comes up with the loose ball. This is going to be a back-and-forth contest. Pearson has been huge this year, too, averaging 6.9 a year. She's got some outside range. Looks like Green's down matched up with number 33, Keller. That's going to be a really tough matchup for the Knights. We don't have anybody to match up with Keller in the low post, though Perry can certainly do the job. Perry, one of our top defenders. And there goes Thomas to the hoop. Thomas averaging 29 points on the year, Tyler. Maybe I'll probably do that only one more time tonight. And almost 30% from the outside.
Yeah, 29 points. That's how it seems like a video game numbers there. You don't see too many college players averaging that many points.
Keller, the steal. Walls takes a shot, is fouled. They called it on the floor, though. Jackson's going to have to play a major role here as well in the defensive end. Walls the inbound. Nice play inside to Keller. And that's going to be 6-2. The Knights trail early. Let's see what Jackson can do here. Jackson's only had the ball in her hands a couple of times so far tonight. Interesting defense that they're playing here. It looked like a 2-3 zone, but then they kind of moved around a little bit. From way downtown, Pearson can't get that one to go. Bub tries to save. close call, but it goes to Christendom, and I'll tell you, this is not the kind of start that the Knights wanted to get out to, Tyler.
No, definitely not the start at all that you wanted to get off to, but, you know, as we've talked before in other games, it's not about how you start, it's how you finish, so
Indeed.
Still plenty of game left here to get it turned around.
One thing I will say that could benefit the Knights, even though they're a little bit smaller, they should be quicker, you would think. When you're running small lineups, you should be able to play a little bit faster, which could play to the benefit of the Knights. Nice little sky hook there, Keller. It's going to have a lot of good looks.
That would definitely be helpful if they're able to pull down the rebounds and get out on the fast break. You would think that they have the speed advantage.
See what Jackson can do here. Inside, tries a little green, and a turnover. Great play there by Bub to come up with a loose ball, and again, she's pushing it to Flash. Can't quite get it to go. Thomas the rebound.
Seems like there's been a few turnovers on both sides of the ball here, so you know that's going to be something the teams are going to be looking to clean up here as the game goes on.
Tyler, you want to talk video game numbers? Catherine Thomas on top of her 29 points a game is averaging 15 rebounds. Up to Flash. Nice play.
Yeah, that's crazy. Those are numbers you see professionals put up.
It's pretty, including almost 4 offensive rebounds a game, and Tyler 4.5 steals.
Yeah, that's incredible.
She's going to certainly be a candidate for USCAA All-American, that's for sure. And so you got to keep an eye on Thomas at all times. Looks like they have a Flash, which I think could be helpful, but she's gonna need to get some help. It looks like Thomas can do it all, though. She's shooting 30% from the outside. She's scoring almost 30 points a game, 30-plus points a game. 15 boards, 5 steals. That's
yeah, you
pretty
definitely
incredible.
think the Knights are going to want to key in on her, on maybe show her some double teams or try to knock her out of the game a little bit.
Jackson from downtown, no. We need to get Jackson into a rhythm here. 6-4 with 5:45 left in the first quarter. Paul Miller, Tyler Coleman back with you. Tyler just moved into a new house. He is doing very well for himself, in addition to coming out and supporting the Knights occasionally. Perry with the shot, that'll go. But one thing I do love about this team is, while we said Tahniyaah Jackson leads the team and is the only person in double digits, there are a lot of contributors to this game.
Yeah, so far this season, the Knights have done a great job of spreading the ball around. There might be games sometimes where you might have a different leading scorer.
Catherine Thomas with the shot, the rebound, and the deuce. They had Pearson on her down here at the point guard. I don't think that defensive matchup benefits the Knights. And Thomas the block. You just got to get it out from underneath there. Flash puts it up. Can't get that one to go. Gets her own rebounds. Got to pass it out. Jackson, ball fake, drives to the hoop. They're just not going to have a very easy time knifing down inside, and they're not going to get too many offensive rebounds either. So they got to try to look for some easy shots.
Got to continue to spread the ball around and look for the open shot.
Perry from downtown. Knights take an early 9-8 lead.
Nice ball movement there that helped lead to that three.
They might not have the height, but they certainly have the tenacity on defense. Thomas backing down Flash. Looks like they're going to get Flash on the foul. Thomas is incredible. How about 3.5 assists a game? 4.5 steals. Incredible.
Yeah, I really don't think you can talk enough about how much of a contributor she is to her team. And so far it looks like she can do it on both ends, offensively and defensively.
They played 2 tough games, well 3 if you count their loss. The other ones are blowouts. They've won 3 games by 20 plus and their last game by 60. Now we do have them beat in that regard because our last game, the last 2 games, how about 97-10 and 94-23?
Yeah, that's
Jackson has to get more involved with the height differential. This is what we need right there. Jackson's got to have a huge game today. Walls inside to Thomas. The hook. Can't quite get that to go above the rebound. Jackson will bring it up the floor.
But as you were saying earlier, it looks like defense is going to be key because Christendom can put up some points.
Look at Chanel Perry. And I will say the good thing, and I want to clue you in, we now have live stats at centralpennknights.com, so you can check out the live stats. We will update you every quarter about the live stats going on. So that's a big addition to what we have going on here. Nice shot there by McConney. Can't get that one to fall. Did you get to watch any of the broadcasts with me and Brian?
You know what? I was earlier this week when I knew I was coming on. I was trying
Doing some
to
scouting.
flip through some of the games, and it was a pleasure listening to you guys. And anytime you can get Brian onto a game, it's always a good time.
Nightly News Hall of Famer. Could that be in your future?
I sure hope so. It'd be an honor.
Flash the shot, can't quite get it to go, and again, one shot. We're probably gonna end up talking about this a lot. All the way down to Keller. You gotta get a body on her. That was way too easy. It's gonna take it to 13-11 with 2:40 left here in the first quarter. Timeout. I'm interested to see how Coach Erin Miller for the Knights rotates her bench, because we've already seen, how not having much of a rebounding presence has impacted this game, and there are two big-time rebounders in Swinton and Mayo, including also Legend Edwards. So we definitely have the ability to match up with them. You're seeing Swinton enter the game right now. She was last time Nightly News Player of the Game with 22 points.
Well, 22 points would be awesome to see again.
Club wide open. Sorry to cut you off, my friend. And a little behind the back action. Very impressed here with Thomas.
12-player rotation could be key, though, because it helps keep everyone fresh for later on in the game.
I will say there are a couple of injuries here on the Knights, but Jolly is inactive tonight. Jolly was a big addition for us. She's got some range. She hasn't played the last couple of games. Hopefully we'll see her back next month. So just so everybody knows, to mark on your calendars, our next broadcast will be Tuesday, January 10th at home for Mid-Atlantic Christian. So we're going to be taking a couple of weeks off to enjoy the holidays. Any big plans for the holiday time?
Not too much. Just trying to get settled into our new place, and
I'm very, very proud of you. When you have a housewarming party, I'd be honored to be there.
Yeah, we'll definitely keep you in mind, and so we have a lot going on over the holidays, but looking forward to some extra time off with family.
Hopefully some relaxation.
Yeah.
Thomas, you gotta keep your eye on Thomas every time. Keller, a big rebound. All this talk about Thomas, we have to also talk about Keller, averaging 14.5 points a game and 12 rebounds of her own. So, you can obviously see the formula that Christendom is using here, really posting up, getting the rebounds, getting second chance points.
Yeah, and so far in this game, it looks like they have the height advantage, so posting up is definitely an advantage to them. And anytime they can come back with the offensive rebounds, they know they're going to have a shot to have a chance to score more points.
I do think Swinton's going to be a difference maker in this game underneath the boards, but she's got to play down there. Inside to Jackson. Nice play. Jackson for two. Jackson's just got the ability to go to a different level that you just don't see in their opponents. Of course, Thomas, Keller are fantastic, but Tahniyaah can take over a game. And it's going the other way. And it's 15-11, Knights lead by 4 with 1:29 left in the first. This is going to be a very high-scoring game, you can tell, very early.
Yeah, with Tahniyaah being the leading scorer for the Knights, she's going to be a player that the team relies on to really help get the offensive game going. So hopefully she can keep it rolling here the rest of the night.
Swinton can't quite hang on to the ball. It's going to go the other way. Had Thomas open underneath the basket. Walls inside to Thomas, and she quick pop. Thomas has not shot well tonight very early on, and I don't want to jinx anything. Thomas is shooting 45% from the field.
Well, hopefully how she started this game is a continuing trend, because if she continues to struggle, that would definitely play into the Knights' hand.
And how often do you see a power forward bringing the ball up the court?
Not very often.
From way outside. But then again, you don't really have to worry about if you're putting up a bad shot, because you're pretty sure you're going to get the rebound. Tyler, how about 18 offensive rebounds a game?
Yeah,
that's good.
I think that's more than good. That's excellent.
Pearson from downtown, no. But Green, can't come up with it, but it remains Central Penn ball.
Anytime the team has the opportunity to lead the second chance points, they're definitely going to have the advantage of winning the game.
You can tell where this offense is running through Keller and Thomas. There's no question about that. Both sophomores, too. 2 more years here. We're going to be seeing them in the future, that's for sure. Walls with the steal, and they have numbers going the other way. Up to Thomas. Jackson's got to pay attention. And that's going to tie this contest to 15 as we get ready to end the first quarter here.
It looks like the Christendom program might have a great future with those two.
Well, this is going to be a rivalry you're going to see, not only now, but here in the future. Again, I just wanted to put out to everybody, go to centralpennknights.com, and after a quick break, we will update you on the score, the updated stats. Alright, we are going to quickly get you updated on some stats here. So far in the first quarter for Christendom, Catherine Thomas, 4 of 10 from the field, 9 points, 4 boards. On our side, Chanel Perry leads the way with 7 points, 3 for 3 from the field. Tahniyaah Jackson with 6. So, and 4 boards for Jackson, as well as 3 assists. So, quite the first quarter for Jackson, but we're going to need that if we are going to stay in this ball game.
Right, yeah, it seems like Jackson's off to a good start, so as much as she can get involved in this game with not just the scoring, but rebounding and passing as well, it's going to give the Knights a good advantage for the rest of the night.
I will say, Tyler, as much as we've been talking about Thomas from Christendom, I really want to point out some of the stats for Tahniyaah Jackson. Jackson, 11.9 points a game, but also averaging 9.5 rebounds a game. How about 3.4 assists and 2.4 steals? So she's got quite impressive statistics as well. Interested to see how the second half plays out. So the Lady Knights will play 2 more times. They will play Friday the 6th at Mont Alto, and then the 7th at Penn State York from the 2nd annual Para Perry Classic back in January 6th. So they will be playing here in a couple weeks, but they're going to have a couple of weeks off too. Pearson drives. She's got to get it out of there. They're going to call a jump ball, and that's going to go back to Christendom there. Not what we wanted to see. So it looks like when they're getting it down inside, they're just kind of all converging, which has got to leave at least 2 people open on the wing.
Right, yeah, anytime there's a double or even a triple team, we know there's going to be players open. But, you know, it's easier said than done. When you're getting double teamed, you obviously want to try to find the open player, but it's not always easy when you have those defenders around you.
Going inside to Thomas. That's going to be a really tough matchup if Green's got to be on Thomas all night. She's going to need some help. But the Knights get the rebound. Jackson brings it up. What can the Knights do here? Jackson takes it. Seeing freshman Kayla Thomas in there. Nice pass. Inside to Jackson.
Jackson had a nice cut to the lane, found herself open underneath the basket.
One of the best things that I liked about the last game, even though it was a little bit not a very close contest, I got to basically scout all of the players. Everybody got time. So it's nice to see, and I like Kayla Thomas.
Yeah, and again, like the 12-player rotation will allow you to see what each one of these players on the roster can offer.
So Catherine Thomas, another miss there. Whatever the Knights are doing are altering her shot enough. So there you go again. They're going to get flashed with a travel. Questionable call there. Pearson will come out. Roberts will come in. Roberts on the season averaging 3.8 points a game, has started 2 games, and is the leading bench option in terms of minutes behind Kayla Thomas. So she's, nice rotation. Good defense there by Green. Thomas turned away again. They're just going to Thomas every single time. And Flash. Battles Keller, can't get it to go. Swinton. How was that not a foul? And we get a foul coming back the other way.
Yes, definitely looked like a foul there. That was a nice offensive rebound. It looked like she got hacked a couple times.
I do think Swinton's going to play a huge role in neutralizing either Thomas or Keller down low. Now Mayo is going to come in to give Swinton a break. She's already logged some serious minutes. Let's see what Roberts can do on the wing. Inside to Keller, the quick double team. Fights through it, can't get it to go. Jackson with a rebound. You know, Tyler, I will say it's hard not to give Tahniyaah Jackson the nightly news player of the game every single time.
Yeah, no, definitely. She seems to do everything well. And here's open shot.
Thomas the rebound. And they're just not even covering. Jackson had that wide open three. Unfortunately didn't go, but you're going to have to guard her.
Yep. That shot was halfway down and out, but hopefully it doesn't hesitate her from continuing to shoot.
It's going to be Knight's ball.
3 seconds, Pete.
Wall's not happy about that.
Like 3 seconds, Mike.
They had to shoot right away. They only had 3 seconds left on the shot clock and did not get it away. Those are ones that you hate to see.
Yeah, you do. It seems like there was a little bit of confusion on the players didn't know how much time was left on the clock, but that's definitely something you have to keep in mind.
Bonzacito, number 5, has averaged 11.6. I don't even know that she's taken a shot so far. And they look like they're going down to Keller. And Keller, the post move. Can't get that to go either, and Jackson another rebound.
Well, Jackson looks like she could easily have double digits in rebounds tonight.
She's already had a 20 rebound game this season.
Yeah, not every day you're going to see that, so it's very impressive.
Jackson puts the ball on the floor, and the floater. 19-15, 6:33 left here in the second quarter. The Knights lead in this really exciting contest. Thomas the ball fake. The floater there. That's a pretty deep floater. Good box out there from Mayo. And, you know, I will say, Thomas reminds me a lot of Tahniyaah Jackson behind Jalen Burton-Jones in her freshman season, if you remember that. Because Jackson was coming off the bench playing behind Jalen, and you could see that the talent was there. She just wasn't getting, 30, 35 minutes a game. I think Kayla Thomas obviously is going to be the future point guard for this team. And again, some big shoes to fill. Tahniyaah Jackson is going to go down in the Central Penn history as one of our best players that we've ever had. And of course, Tahniyaah had to step into pretty big shoes in Jalen Burton-Jones. So, but I think this, in my memory, which probably goes back to about 2018 when we started this, I don't ever remember the women ever getting to the tournament, and if there ever was a time, I think it's this year, and I think they have the team that they could do it.
Yeah, I definitely agree, Paul. I mean, they've been playing well so far this year, and as long as they can keep that momentum going, they'll have a good shot to make the tournament. And you know what? I think they have a team this year that could really make a run.
Love to see the cheer squad. This is their debut season. They do a really nice job. All right, what can the Knights do here? Can they keep up their defensive intensity? Going inside to Keller again. It's like they almost don't have any other plays, Tyler.
Yeah, and if the Knights defense can continue to shut down Keller, I mean, they're going to have a big chance to win this game because it seems like Christendom is a little afraid so far to go to anybody else.
Definitely a foul there. Jackson looks surprised, but I mean, not only did she hit one arm, she hit them both. Still no free throws in this game yet, Tyler, halfway through the second quarter.
No, I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen many fouls at all so far.
Played a clean game.
I mean, either that or the refs are really just letting them play.
Which I wish they would a little bit more often, but hey. Right inside to Thomas, can't get that to go. Keller the rebound, no. And Tahniyaah Jackson another rebound ahead of Tori Roberts. Trying to go back to Jackson and the foul. Of course, as soon as I say that, we get 2 free throws as Jackson goes to the line.
Knock him down, G.
Jackson, 67.3% on the season. She's typically well into the 70s over at least the last couple of years. First one down, it's 22-15, a 5-point lead, largest lead of the game for the Knights. This has been a back-and-forth contest.
You can see on the scoreboard there, that's only Christendom's first foul of the game halfway through the second quarter.
Even we only have 3, so all right. It is 21-15. Tahniyaah Jackson continues to lead the way for the Knights. Again, looking to download it, Thomas. Puts it on the floor. Can't get that one to fall either. Whatever the Knights are doing, they're doing just enough to alter her shot to the point where she's not getting good looks. Well, she is getting good looks, but those are not easy shots to make.
Yep, she's just not making them, and they got to keep that defensive pressure up the rest of the game. Hopefully it'll force Christendom to try to force somebody else to score.
Trying to go down inside to Flash. Can't get that. That's a tough matchup for the Knights, too. Little space there.
Yeah, man.
That could have been a foul. That could have been anything but a jump ball. I'm really surprised by that call. But as I always want to say, that's why I'm up here and not down there, refereeing the game.
Easy to judge from up here. So,
well, we do have a bird's eye view.
As we see in a lot of sports nowadays, that's why they have instant replay.
Thomas missed the 3 there, and Green tapped it out of bounds so they wouldn't have numbers going the other way. Actually liked that play, even though she knew that it wouldn't be their ball. It stops them from maybe getting a fast break. Vaughn Vasudo, number 5, I don't believe has even taken a shot. Average 11 shots on the season. Big time effort there. You got to give that a jump ball, and they do. It remains Christendom ball. Really spirited effort. This is the kind of game I think is important for the Knights. After 2 huge blowouts, what are they going to do when somebody can keep up with them, you know?
Yeah, definitely want to keep the energy up.
Thomas the steal! Tahniyaah Jackson the layup. And that will be a timeout for Christendom.
Big 8-point lead, just like that.
Head coach Mary Minute for Christendom, and Dylan Spear is the assistant coach. Very impressive. But interestingly enough, these teams are pretty similar. Right around the same 3-point, free throw, rebounds, even assists. They're pretty close. The Crusaders have averaged 71 points a game, while the Knights only 62. But I don't really know how much of an indicator that is about how good of a team you are.
No, not necessarily. I think it all depends on the competition that you play, and every game's different. So one game you might not be able to score much, and then the next game your shots might be dropping a heck of a lot easier. So,
although I guess the object of the game is to score, so if somebody's scoring more, they potentially could be better. But
if you're also playing lesser competition, the defense might not be as good. So.
Very true. I think Christendom really needs to do something more. Look, I get that they have two unbelievable players, but that's why, I mean, you need more than that. Thomas from way downtown, that's not a good shot to take. I just think that the game plan here for Christendom, while effective, they need to get more than just going and posting up every single time, because the Knights can eat that up with their 2-3 zone.
Yeah, I mean, it's not never a bad thing when you have two players that can score, but if they're struggling, you got to find another way to score. So right now, Central Penn is really focused on Thomas and Keller. So you got to force Christendom to find somebody else that's going to be able to score.
Mayo rejected. Thought it went off Mayo's foot, but apparently not. Jackson looking for the shot. Aggressive defense from Christendom. There's got to be a way to exploit this, Tyler. There's one way. Nice shot from Roberts. Opening up a 10-point lead here. I bet Christendom is irate at this point about the second quarter. I don't believe they've scored here in the second quarter.
No, that's a good point. I believe they're 15-15.
So how about a 10-0 run for the Knights here? Jackson has been huge. Getting a breather at this point, it looks like. Oh, Jackson's still out there.
Only 3 minutes left in this quarter, so let's hope the Knights can finish off strong.
McCaughey, number 3, inside to Keller again.
I mean, to your point right there, now, Keller did score there, but she was triple team. You know, most of the time, you're going to want your player to kick that ball out to the open.
Clearly, they have changed the Knights, that is, have changed their game plan defensively, and I think over the last 10 minutes or so, it's really, really helped.
Yeah, that was a tough basket scored by Keller, but as we've seen so far in this game, she's had trouble scoring. So if I were the Knights, I would continue to stick with the defense they're running, and force Keller to either keep trying to make those tough shots or pass the ball.
Got some Christendom fans in the house.
This is a fairly lively crowd.
Yeah, for the last night of the term, I figured a lot of people would be on their way home. Our last class is today. Dylan Bowman, our photographer, his last class was yesterday. We had it on Teams. Very last class ever because of the weather yesterday. Dylan's done a great job.
Well, I remember my last term, I believe every class was online,
Yeah.
so that definitely was a challenge.
Tough pass there. And look at Roberts get back on defense. And I love Roberts' tenacity on D. Tough break there. Flash can't quite come up with it from way outside. And there's Bombasudo's first shot for 3.
See that trip down, Christendom found the open player in the corner for the wide open 3.
25-19.
It will be interesting if Christendom can find the third player to score how the Knights defense will change.
Jackson can't get it. Rebound can't get it. That was a tough one there. Now you can kind of feel the tide shifting on a 5-0 run here for Christendom. Vasudo again. Can't get it to go. Roberts the rebound. That was huge. That could have turned the tide of this game.
Yeah, the Knights need a big basket here, closing final minute of the quarter. And got to try to shut down this Christendom run and take that momentum into the locker room.
Down inside to Thomas. Yeah. Huge bucket there. That was basically a 5-point swing. 27-20, under a minute left here. The second going inside to Thomas. Can't get that to go. Jackson the rebound. And she's going to push it. She wants that 2 for 1. But I suppose when you're up by 7, you can run it down. I would have went for the 2 for 1 personally, but Tahniyaah is much better at basketball than I am. Looking for Mayo. Down inside to Green with the tough double team. Mayo for 3. That would have been big. Still 21 seconds here. Bombasudo inside, and Thomas for 3. You don't want to let Thomas open on the wing. That brings it to within 4. They're going to call a foul on Jackson.
Christendom hits the big three, and now the Knights turn the ball right back over, so Christendom has a chance to score with the final 8 seconds. Gotta play strong defense here. Can't let Christendom take this run.
8 seconds.
Keep an eye on Thomas and Keller. You know this is going to Thomas.
Yep, right underneath the basket.
It does go to Keller. I was wrong. Hits the side of the basket. That's going to be Knights ball. So we saw 4.6. That was excellent defense there by the Knights. The Knights really need to be commended with their defense.
Yeah, their defense has looked strong so far here in the first half. You know, it's a long game though. Hopefully they can keep it up in the second half, but I think if they do, they're going to have a great shot to win this game.
Thomas brings it up, has to shoot. What an end to the half. Unbelievable. Kayla Thomas, the freshman point guard, hits the near half-court shot to take us out 30-23. That was incredible.
That was an awesome ending to the first half. It didn't look very good for the Knights there. Like you said, they gave up the wide open three, turned the ball over, but they played some strong threes, so that's huge to take the momentum into the locker room.
Wow. There's not really much else you can say other than wow. Well, I will tell you, we're going to take about a 10-minute break here. We will be back with you here in the third quarter as we come back. And we'll come back a couple minutes before we get started. We'll go over some of the stats with you as we try to catch our breath from that unbelievable three-point shot. All right, we'll be back here with you for the second half. For Paul Miller and Tyler Coleman, we'll be back shortly. All right, Paul Miller, Tyler Coleman back here with East Penn Middle School Knights lead Christendom 30-23. Tyler, have we had a chance to catch our breath from the end of that first half?
Oh, I don't think so, Paul. That was such a fun, exciting first half, especially to close it out with the big three that was hit in the final seconds.
I've seen it on TV, but never have I seen something quite like that live and in person in my life.
Especially in a game that we're broadcasting, right? Like, that was probably one of the most exciting segments that I've seen in any Knights games that we've done together.
And, you know, even more so, that basket was clutch. Tyler, if you look back to that, the Knights turned the ball over with 8 seconds, got a really quick out-of-bounds call, had 4.5 seconds to shoot the ball. Thomas did an amazing job getting open. I mean, unbelievably impressive. But most importantly, it came after a massive three-point shot by Catherine Thomas to close the gap. So not only were they within 4 and you could feel the momentum shifting, that three was worth well more than 3 points.
Swing, and hopefully that can carry into the second half here. You know, it's funny because it didn't seem like the Knights were going to push the ball as much there with only 4 seconds left, but I'm glad they did because that was such a huge three.
I was going to say maybe that was the game plan all along.
Trying to throw people off and make them think that they weren't going to try, and then, you know, next thing you know, there's a big shot.
Well, let's be honest, it's been a tough first half. Tahniyaah Jackson, though, 14 points, Tyler, and 13 rebounds on top of 4 assists. Jackson does have 3 fouls. That could come into play, so let's keep an eye on that.
What you're saying is Jackson could easily have another 20-rebound game tonight.
Oh, without a doubt. Now, Catherine Thomas, probably in one of her worst games of the season, 5 of, get ready for this, 20 attempts. 12 points, 5 boards. Keller was 6 and 3. I really believe, I'm not speaking for Christendom to try to make improvements here, but Christendom's got to do something else other than just going to Thomas and Keller. That's way too one-dimensional right now.
Right, yeah, and we've talked about that. You know, it's good for a team when you have 2 top scorers, but if the team you're playing can shut them down, you've got to find a third person who can put up points.
And look at the ball fake there by Flash, gets Keller up in the air. Fantastic defense here from Christendom. This is probably one of the toughest contests the Knights have faced this year. Pearson from deep. That would have been huge. Perry almost came up with it. Can't quite get there. Walls the rebound. Brings it up the floor. And like I said, I think that they're going to have to get something going from the outside if they want any chance to win this game. Inside. Bonvasuda. Their second basket of the game after that early three-pointer. And they bring it to within 5. The Knights do need to get on the board here in the second half to keep things moving.
Yeah, they unfortunately weren't able to score in the first possession, but a basket here would be huge.
Perry from downtown! 33-25. Huge shot there from Chanel Perry.
As you were saying, needing to get something going from the outside and right on through.
Kicked ball there by Jackson. I am a little concerned about that third foul call. Now I remember when she got that call, even though it was a blatant foul, she was not happy. It seems
shouldn't have. But you just got to try to play smart the rest of the game because Jackson's definitely going to be a huge player for the team.
Walls to Keller. Can't get that to go. Walls comes up with a rebound. Now, Tyler, one thing that just occurred to me, I don't think that Christendom has made a substitution yet. Like, I don't believe they've had anyone from the bench play in this game. They said about an 8-person rotation. It looks like they have 8 or 9 on their squad.
Well, that's a good point because as we were talking, Keller and Thomas, they're big scorers. You wonder if that could kind of take them out of the game later because they're tired.
Jackson the miss. Cannot come up with a rebound due to Knights. And now Flash on Thomas, backs her down. The floater can't get that to go. We're going to get an over the back on Matahi. 33-27 here in the second half of, frankly, one of the most exciting games on the season to this point.
Yeah, I think we thought when we came into this game, you know, we talked about how this could be a pretty even and exciting game, and so far it's lived up to the hype, and it could be an exciting second half here.
I like to see Perry she's a little overmatched down below with the caliber of Thomas. You're going to get a 3-second violation. I didn't see that, but I also probably wasn't paying attention to it either.
3 seconds isn't really a call you see every day, so hopefully the Knights will shake that off and try to score the next time down the court.
The Knights have led since the first quarter the entire way and have led fairly comfortably, but things can turn quickly when you have somebody like Thomas. Perry almost gets a rebound, but Keller comes up with it. Blocked by Thomas. Thomas is really tenacious down in the paint.
Yeah, excellent defense, especially against Christendom's one of the top scorers. So
I'm actually kind of surprised that Thomas is shooting only 26% from the outside. I mean, for a power forward, that's pretty darn good. And they go right into Keller. Perry, good defense, can't get it to go. Pearson the rebound. And that's what the Knights have been doing. They've been altering these shots from the bigs on Christendom enough that they're not putting them in the net.
Yeah, this Knights is showing tough, stingy defense, so as long as they're able to keep that up the rest of the game.
Bub the drive, gets the foul call, and I'll send it to the wire. Sidney Bub's been quiet offensively today, but does average 6.6. And Tyler leads the team in free throw shooting percentage at 70%.
Looks like we have a Christendom sub here. So as you were saying just a little while ago, not sure if that's their first.
I do think so. It does look like they have Keller's averaging 38.7, Thomas 36.7, Von Vasuto 34.6. So it looks like they're basically playing with a 6-person rotation, whereas the Knights are playing pretty solid with a 9-person rotation. I mean, as a former player, what role does that play in the second half?
Well, it's definitely a lot of minutes to log, and it can take a toll on your body later in the game if you have
Jackson the steal, had the flash, and gets the call on Thomas. I think Flash might have been better served to go back to Jackson, but hey, she still gets to go to the line to shoot too.
So we're about 3.5 minutes into the second half here, and Christendom already has more fouls than they did in the whole first half.
And Green, Sydney Flash Green was named Athlete of the Month. Very impressive. Green second on the team with 8.4 points a game, makes both of those shots. Green was only 50% on the season, so that was good. I love seeing Perry down on Keller. Perry can definitely muscle up. I don't see how in the world that's a foul. I don't think Perry did either.
Wow, yeah, that was a tough call.
And she's going to go to the line. Keller at 65% on the season. Well, it frankly didn't look like a foul at all, so shooting or otherwise.
I would have thought that would have been a side out, but that's why I'm up here, I guess.
And Keller makes both of them. And that's going to bring it back to 7, 36-29. I see Jackson really getting involved on this trip down. They have to get the ball back in her hands. Bub inside the Flash. Good look, but couldn't get it to fall. Von Vasuto with the ball and 5 points. A big three-pointer in the first half. The scoop. And the rebound, and Jackson the steal. Ahead to Bub. Can she close it? Yes! With Thomas in her face. And that extends the lead to 9.
But I think this point here, we talked about Christendom averaging 70 points a game, and so far they're sitting at 29 halfway through the third quarter. So I think that speaks volumes to the Knights defense.
What a shot from Thomas. Getting a little flash. He is impressive, but one person does not make a basketball team, as I'm sure you're well aware. Jackson, the pull-up, can't get that one to fall. Still a 7-point lead for the Knights. 4:51 left. From way downtown. Casino misses on the 3, gets her own rebound and puts it back. And these are the places where you absolutely need to have a good offensive possession. Jackson for 3. The pull-up.
You just stated you've got to try to get Jackson going, so that's a huge basket.
Well, she's had a wonderful game. Pearson the steal. And she goes coast to coast and gets that. Huge turn of events there. The steal, and Pearson goes to the line. Pearson averaging, 61.5% from the stripe. Looks like they're going to get some reserves. Perry for Mayo, Roberts for Bub. There's a little more echo in this gym, so I have to be careful how loud I'm talking when we're at the free throw line, Tyler.
Yeah, these are huge free throws. They had the big 3 and then the turnover, so to add a couple more points here to build that lead is such a huge advantage.
I think there hasn't even been a missed free throw in this game. And I'm glad it wasn't there, because that would have looked like a big jerk. All right, the Knights lead by 10, 43-33. McCaughey looks inside to Keller. Keller on Mayo. McCaughey had a shot from the wing. Didn't take it. Looks like Thomas has had a seat. This is Thomas's first rest. This is where the Knights really have to pull away with Thomas on the bench. I would actually be going inside right now. Of course, Keller's still there, but Knights have some size. Green trying to post up Keller.
They were looking to go inside there.
And they do. Quick double team and a block. That's a tough. Green is just outmatched height-wise, so that's always going to be a tough shot. They're going to give her the block and the foul. The deuce and the foul to go to the line for a 3-point play. That was a tough play.
You know, we didn't see too many fouls called in the first half, but as we see more here as the game's going on, you know, making the free throws is going to be very huge to helping pull out this victory.
Big 3-point play pulls Christendom to within 7. Jackson to drive. There's just no answer for Jackson. The guards and forwards are just overmatched on Christendom from Jackson, and that's what Jackson can do. Even though she's only averaging 11.9 points a game, trust me, she knows that. There's just not much you can do. Bombasudo, the ball fake back inside to Keller. That's tough for Mayo, but can't get that to fall either. Flash, the rebound. So I think she should hold it here. And Jackson the rebound. And that's going to be Knights. Knights retain the ball there. Thomas back in the game. Only like 2 offensive possessions did Thomas sit on the bench. Obviously their best player. Unbelievable. Flash, good save there. Mayo's trying to post up. He's got the advantage. Just doesn't get the bucket. Gets the rebound and put back.
I like getting the rebound of her own missed shot. You know, she got the open look, wasn't able to finish it, but went strong after the rebound and scored anyways.
Keller now takes a seat. So Thomas still gives the Christendom some size. And they're going to send Thomas to the line. She's got a really nice sky hook. I got to give her that. Really
not a tough call. It looked like the defender was straight up. Can't let that bother you too much. Got to keep playing tough defense here.
Flash will come out of the game. Take a quick look at the stats while Thomas shoots two. 47-36. Knights lead by 11. Biggest lead of the game. Thomas gets that one to roll. Thomas with 16, Tyler, though, on 7 of 24 from the field. And 7 boards. Keller with 8 and 5. Jackson with 19 and 15. Perry still second with 10. 8 Knights have scored. Want to see Swinton get the ball down low. Swinton from downtown. He made a huge three in last week's game. Thomas the floater. Very impressive. And that's what you have to watch out for. If Thomas gets going, it's a whole different ball game. This is where Jackson shines. Jackson is great at answering big shots from the other team.
Yeah, so far it seems like every time Christendom will get a little bit on the run, the Knights should be able to answer.
Walls the steal. Now this is a small run here for Christendom. Nice move to Keller, can't get it to go, but gets the putback. And that, we go from an 11-point lead to a 5-point lead that quick. 1 minute left in the third. We are setting up for an exciting fourth quarter here as the Knights lead by 5 with 1 minute left. Swinton wide open for 3. Can't get it to go and no rebound. Oh, Thomas stepped out of bounds. I don't know why she went after that. I thought that was going to be Christendom ball anyway, but that's a big turnover.
Right, yeah, the Knights have been struggling to score here, so hopefully they can take advantage on getting the ball back here and hopefully put some more points on the board before the end of the quarter.
Paul Miller and Tyler Coleman. We got Dalton Koller producing today. Dylan Bowman, photography. We have Andrew Hunter working on a story for you. We'll have that out next week. Swinton inside, blocked by Thomas. Thomas runs the break. Walls the shot, can't get it to go. And Swinton, a very big steal. I gotta be honest. Pearson pushes. Roberts the shot, a little hard, but Mayo the rebound. Can't keep it. Pearson comes up with it. They're gonna call a foul there. Casino.
It looks like the Knights are getting some more free throws here.
That was a very close call. I actually thought that would be possession back to Christendom, but Pearson for 2. Cannot get the first one to drop. Still a 5-point Knight lead with 18.6 left here in the third. Pearson does hit that second, extends the lead to 6. What can the Knights do here defensively?
Need a big defensive stop here.
Keller the hook again. There's just little defense for that. But 5 seconds remain. Roberts has to shoot. She wanted that one. Unfortunately, didn't quite get it, and the Knights, after an 11-point lead only 2 minutes ago, are down to 48-44. We're going to give the cheer squad a minute, and we will be right back.
Let's go Maroon! Let's go Orange Knights! Get up, down, let's go! Get up, down, let's go Orange! Let's go Orange Knights! Get up, down, let's go Maroon! Let's go Orange! Let's go Maroon! Let's go Orange! Let's go Knights!
Dominated the second quarter, but a big 3 by Thomas at the end of the second quarter led to an unbelievable 3 at the buzzer from Kayla Thomas that extended the Knights lead to 7. The Knights got out to a really good start in the third, but that nice little run there at the end of the third quarter gets the Christendom Crusaders as close as they have been since halftime.
Yeah, the Knights definitely didn't finish that third quarter, I think, as they would have liked, but as we've seen so far all game, they've done a good job at answering Christendom's run, so we'll have to see if they can do that to start the fourth quarter.
One of the concerns we had was Tahniyaah Jackson's foul trouble, but she did not pick up a foul in that third, so still has 2 to give. Of course, they don't want to get her to that point. We want to have her stay in this contest. I don't believe Tahniyaah Jackson comes out of this game.
No, I definitely agree. She's too important to this team right now.
Green, I got to give a lot of credit to with the defense that she's had on Thomas tonight. Thomas fakes the shot, just creates that space. Keller almost a rebound. Jackson not having it. Jackson wants to get to 20 boards tonight, Tyler.
Yeah, she easily can do that here tonight, and you know, that would be so huge, especially if they can pull out the victory.
Flash the shot, but a good box out there by Christendom. And this could get them to within 2. And the turnover from Thomas looking for Keller, but couldn't connect.
Christendom coming with the full court press. I'm a little surprised to see that with 9 minutes left to play.
They had Mayo wide open under the basket, and then now the turnover. That was they really got through that full court press quite easily, but then the turnover.
So that was a good sign to see that they were able to break the press, but he's just got to be better at turning the ball over. I feel like it's been a while since we've seen the Knights score a basket here, so they definitely got to get something going here soon.
Perry back in, had a big game, especially how she's played Keller. You know, Perry is defensively, and there we go, almost came up with a steal. Keller from the wing, trying to get Keller on the outside. Thomas down low. Thomas comes up with it. What a shot. And I'll tell you, the Knights, now would be a good time for a timeout. And a huge offensive possession here for the Knights.
I definitely need to stop this Christendom run.
We're going to call it travel. Green lost her footing.
Seems like the Knights are turning the ball over every time down the court.
8:23 left. This is going to be a nail biter. 48-46. And the steal. Green. Coast to coast. Up and under.
That's huge.
Huge bucket. 50-46. Still got 8 action-packed minutes here with Paul Miller and Tyler Coleman for the Nightly News. Going down low to Thomas. What do you say?
Seems like they were able to keep Thomas and Keller quiet for most of the game, and now they're coming alive here when it matters most.
50-48, Knights clinging to a 2-point lead. Pearson, the shot! Big shot there. Huge shot there for Jayla Pearson. Club getting ready to check in a minute. 4-point Knights lead. Keller from the wing, a little too strong. And they're letting her hear it.
I'd like to see the Knights push the ball a little bit more, try to get out on the fast break.
Roberts. Oh. That is a tough call there. I agree with the guy in the crowd. Might have to bring him up to the booth. But regardless, it's a turnover for the Knights.
Gotta love the fans that are always into the game.
Well, this is a good one to be into. We're going to get Roberts for the foul there. Now this is really tough because you got to watch both Thomas and Keller. And they get it right to Thomas, the pull-up jumper. Big rebound there by Roberts. One that Thomas doesn't get to go. Perry puts it on the floor.
And you know Thomas and Keller are going to continue to shoot for Christendom. So if the Knights can keep playing tough.
Tahniyaah Jackson!
Big shot.
Tyler, I'm sorry, I had to chime in there.
No, you're all good there, Paul. That was such a huge shot, and helping the Knights trying to get a little bit of a run again.
Jackson, a huge three. What a play by Bonvisuda. Another shot for a 3-point play. So we get a three. Big free throw here with 6 minutes left, 6:14. I cannot say we are live, so if you picks up anything the fans are saying, there's nothing I can do about it.
This is going to be a very fun and entertaining last 6 minutes.
55-51, 6:13.
Full court press again. Very surprised at that.
That really should benefit the Knights with their speed.
Yeah, they haven't had an issue breaking it so far, but you know, once they get the ball across half court, they got to get set in their offense.
Pearson looking down low. Shoot it! Shot clock violation. The turnover there. Roberts comes out. Bub checks in with 5:42 left. Looking for Thomas down low. They're going to call a travel on Casino. Huge turnover there.
If the Knights could go down here and get some points on the board after that turnover, that'd be such a huge swing.
Knights hanging on by a thread here with a 4-point lead to this tough Christendom team. I think they win this game. They're going to be in really good shape going into the break in terms of the tournament outlet. They're going to get, looks like, Keller. Well, they're going to get Casino for the foul. Flash to the line.
The free throws with 5 minutes left in the game here could be huge, so if the Knights can knock them down, it's going to play into their hands.
Big shot there. Tyler, one thing I will say is the Knights have played in some close games, including a 50-48 victory against Berkeley back on December 4th. Oh, just off with that one.
Well, that's a good point.
Yeah, the Knights are no stranger to close games, and they're usually victorious in said game.
Right, so they're not scared of the situation, and they know they can pull out the win.
Big rebound there by Perry. And those are the types of plays that keep the Knights in this game. Jackson looking to draw up a play. Inside to Perry. Quick double team. Bub's got to come back to that ball.
I like the look down low. You know, it was a good kick out too. She got double teamed and was able to pass the ball out.
Tyler, Sydney Bubb, last year's Nightly News Athlete of the Year. An amazing freshman contest. Statistically down a little bit, but what I will say is this is a much deeper team, and she's not getting quite as many minutes this year. But Sydney Bubb, a huge, with 22 minutes, you know, she's fourth on the team in minutes. She is a major cog to the future of this, and she can shoot from deep.
Yeah, she's definitely going to play a huge role into this team's success and how far they can go this year, and it's going to be entertaining to be able to call her games.
Well, thanks for spending your Friday night, or whenever you're watching this on demand, with us, Paul Miller and Tyler Coleman. Tyler, in case you're new viewers out there, Tyler is one of the people who helped us start this whole broadcasting thing, is an alumni of Central Penn College, a proud alumni. He graduated in 2020. Well, 2021. But you were done in 2020, right?
I graduated September of 2020.
Okay.
But I still had like a month after that.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I can't believe it's been over 2 years
I know.
already.
It's amazing. Time goes quickly. But you're still a part of Knights broadcast with basketball. And are they going to... Looks like they're going to get Bondasudo on the foul. I was hoping they wouldn't call it travel there because I'm like, there's no way that's a travel. All right, so Knights still with 20 on the shot clock.
Still got plenty of time here to set up their offense.
Jackson. They're going to call a charge. And that's Jackson's fourth. She is irate. Not happy about that call is Jackson, but it's at least debatable.
Yeah, it didn't look that egregious, but she did put the arm up where I could see where the ref called the push off, so tough situation.
On the bright side, there is a foul, but it's going to be on the floor. Maybe not. She's going to the line.
So it looks like we might see a lot of free throws here in the final 4 minutes.
Walls misses a huge free throw. 56-51, 4:13 left, a 5-point lead. Walls does sink the second. Huge free throw there for Christendom.
So Christendom bringing the full court press. As we said, the Knights have had no problem breaking that.
Remember though, Jackson now with 4 fouls. Terry wisely holds on. Jackson cannot get another offensive foul here.
Well, I think at this point, with the Knights having a lead and only 2 minutes left, we'll see them slow down on the offensive end, but they still got to continue to score.
Green, what a shot!
Scoreboard is definitely playing in the Knights' favor, so you know they want to continue to run time. But got to play tough defense and find a way to score here and there.
Walls the shot, no! Perry the huge rebound. What can Jackson do here? She's got to be careful. Perry from way downtown. That would have set this crowd into a frenzy.
Knights got to play tough defense here and it matters most.
Jackson 22 and 16 tonight. And Thomas misses a major shot there. And Jackson with rebound number 17.
Wow, those are awesome stats.
But it's certainly as good of a game as Jackson is having. This really illustrates the team basketball. We're going to get Kayla Perry on the travel. Perry with 10, Green with 9, Pearson with 5, and Thomas with 5 for the Knights. Catherine Thomas for Christendom, 24 and 11, while Miranda Keller has 12 and 7, but only 5 people have scored for Christendom tonight. (58-52). The bottom line is, to close this game out, the Knights have to play good defense. They cannot let Thomas beat them. They've got to double team her without question on the defensive side. And then on the offensive side, let's look for Tahniyaah Jackson.
Yeah, Jackson would definitely be the go-to player here to help close out this game. To your point, continue to double team Thomas and Keller, and force somebody else from Christendom to try to score the big points here.
Just over 2.5. Bondasudo passes out to McCaughey, who hasn't scored tonight. Thomas the board, the putback. And that's going to happen. Jackson passed to Green, who wasn't looking. 4-point lead for the Knights. Can they hold on?
That was a bad turnover. Big defensive stop for the lead.
A 4-point Knights lead here. Trying to post up Thomas. The scoop and Thomas the putback. There's just no defense for us.
Yeah, no, it's tough to stop. You just got to do your best to boxing out.
Bub was open. Back to Jackson. .11 seconds on the shot clock. Jackson, the charge. Bub, the ball fake. They're going to call a jump ball. Still Knights ball, but that could be huge down the stretch. And they do get a fresh set of on the clock, so that's actually beneficial to the Knights, but they do have to score here. You cannot let this high-powered offense of Christendom have another opportunity to tie this game. Ball out of bounds!
Bad turnovers here at the wrong side of the game.
He is not happy with that call. He thought she was fouled. Huge last 2 minutes here. 135 with a 2-point lead. They're going to call a double dribble on Bonvasudo. If you want to talk about a big turnover.
Knights got to take advantage of this, though. They've had too many miscues here late in the game, so a basket here off of the Christendom turnover is just what they needed.
Still that full court press. And Jackson was knocked to the ground. Good defensive stand there. And more time coming off the clock.
Slow it down here and look for a good shot.
Ball puts it on the floor and is out and will go to the line. And Tyler, as I mentioned earlier, Bub is our best free throw shooter percentage-wise.
How big are these two free throws going to be?
Well, after the game, you can go ask her. That's the perks of being a reporter. Oh, in and out. Huge one here. This is so important. And that goes big free throw there with 1:11 left. Christendom called a timeout. So let everybody know. Hey, Central Penn College fans, for us easy knowing the experts at Select Physical Therapy are on the sidelines ready to help you and your team in times of need. With convenient locations nearby, getting back in the action is close to home. Go to selectphysicaltherapy.com to find a location near you and start your journey to recovery. Go Knights! Well, Tyler, I gotta tell you, this is certainly one of, if not the most exciting game I've ever had the chance to call in basketball. This has been just an unbelievably closely contested contest. But regardless of what happens, I really think Christendom for the future, and again, I'm not a basketball coach, they have to find something else outside of Thomas and Keller.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. And, you know, as you were just saying, this has been a very exciting game. I think I got scheduled for one of the best games of the year so far. So hopefully the Knights can pull us out of the victory.
Bonvasudo, no, but Thomas comes up with it, can't get it to go. Here's a ball back to the Knights. And they're going to call a foul there, and we're going to get to the line to shoot two. Sydney Flash Green.
These two free throws would be huge here, making a two-possession game.
Even one. Brief break in the action here. Everyone is on the edge of their seats if you could only see the crowd right now. not entirely sure what they decided there. It is still Knights ball, which is a good thing. We were hoping for the free throws, but I suppose we'll take this and bleed some clock. Hopefully.
Bleed some clock and get some more points.
The refs need to get it together here. We got a minute left. All right, Pearson inbound. Of course, you want to get Jackson the ball. Flash. Mayo. The turnover. Mayo. Not a good pass. They should have just held on to the ball.
Pull that ball back out, try to drain some more clock.
Either way, Christendom can get a 2-for-1 here. Knights hold on to a 3-point lead.
I mean, the biggest defensive possession of the night for the Knights.
Timeout with 36.3 left. Tyler, the Knights clinging to a 3-point lead here.
Yeah, this is going to be a very long 36 seconds. Could be very exciting for the Knights, or it could be disappointing, depending on how the outcome is. But
certainly in our favor at this point.
It's going to be a very big defensive possession here. If they can stop Christendom here from scoring, they're going to have a good shot at winning.
I'll tell you, Tyler, Catherine Thomas, 12 for 32. She's attempted 32 shots.
You know what? She's a top scorer for them, though. So yeah. She's 12 for 32. She's going to continue to shoot. So can't lax up on the defense just because she's 12 for 32.
Well, and Miranda Keller only 5 for 16. So the two bigs, 17 for 48. Yeah. And so that's the only reason we're in this game right now, because the defense of the Knights against the bigs of Christendom, while we don't have the height that they do, we definitely are matching them in their tenacity. And I think our speed has really helped too. So 36 seconds, 18 on the shot clock. Surprised they didn't push it to try to get the 2-for-1, but I suppose they're just worried about getting the first basket. It's going to go all the way down to 20 seconds if they run it all the way. And they're going to call Thomas on a charge.
Wow, what a big call.
Sydney Green taking the charge, and that could be the play of the game. Well, the second best play of the game. I think we all know what the first best play of the game was.
No, that's huge. Now the Knights they got to break this press, and then once they get the ball across half court, I expect a foul.
30 seconds left. Of course, Jackson's ball handling skills. Back to Pearson. And a foul.
I'm surprised Christendom let as much time come off the clock as they did.
Down to 23 seconds for Tahniyaah Jackson to go to the line. 18 boards. Might not get to 20 tonight, but 18 is still serviceable for a point guard.
Very impressive.
Can't make the first, but honestly, the second one's the big one. And the second one falls, making it a 2 possession contest. Of course, unless we would foul on the 3, which I hope we don't do. From way down south. What a shot.
Still got a foul again.
Whoa. And Thomas nearly body checks Tahniyaah Jackson.
So now it's a 1-point game. You got to have those two free throws.
Wow.
As heck of the last few minutes.
I was going to say, as wonderful as this game is, it'll feel a lot better when we get out of here with a victory. It's like Thomas fouls out, and she is not happy. And that's, for the Knights, a good thing. It's their number one offensive weapon. Big shot there by Jackson. And hits them both.
What a game for Jackson. Just don't foul here if you're the Knights. 10 seconds.
From way downtown, no, bumper rebound! Throws it right back, can't get it to go, Jackson! What a rebound! We're gonna let this crowd die down here. We're gonna name the nightly news player of the game here in just a minute. Tyler, the Knights escape 62-59. I think it's pretty obvious who we're going to give the nightly news player of the game to, but I just want to hear it come from you.
I think obviously it's Tahniyaah Jackson.
Tahniyaah Jackson, 9 of 19 on the night with 2 of 3 and 5 of 6 from the stripe, 25 points, 19 rebounds, 5 assists, and was in foul trouble early and only got that 1 foul in the second half. But things could have been a lot different if she would have gotten that 5th and fouled out. But that didn't happen, and the Knights lead with a victory.
Yeah, definitely could have changed the outcome of the game had she fouled out. So from the Knights' perspective, we're glad she didn't. She played well and had her fingerprints all over the game, which is why they were able to win. And especially hitting those 2 clutch free throws really to seal the game. So it's awesome to see, her put up those numbers while the Knights were able to pull out the victory.
Unbelievable effort, and it just all goes back. That 3-point margin of victory just so happened to be the 3 at the end of the first half. So amazing how big and important that 3-point shot ended up being at the end of this game.
Yeah, that shot really played huge dividends at the end of this game. But overall, this was a fantastic game. These 2 teams we talked about coming in would be a great matchup. And looking at the schedule, they play again later in February. So I'm sure that game will be just as competitive.
To end the season at Christendom, you think they're going to be upset? I would think so, and I hope they're watching this, prepping for that game down the line. Well, Tyler, our next broadcast will be Tuesday, January the 10th versus Mid-Atlantic Christian right back here at the middle school, so we hope to see you there. And Tyler, we'll be looking forward to having you back on a few more games the second half of the season.
Yep, I believe my next game is January 20th, so I look forward to being back here with you, calling more Knights games. Hopefully they'll be just as thrilling as this one.
You're the lucky rabbit's foot, so let's see you next time. All right, well, hey, everybody, from the Nightly News, have a happy holidays. This is the last day of our term, so we're going to be taking a little bit of a break, but I want to give a definite shout-out to Dalton Koller, our producer, to Andrew Hunter, our reporter here, to Tyler Coleman, to myself, and a big shout-out to Dylan Bowman, our photographer, who today is his last day of class. He is now officially a Central Penn College graduate, unless I fail him, in which I could do, but I would never do such a thing to Dylan. So it's a team that puts on this broadcast, and we all love everybody out there for watching. We'll see you again next time.